5 years ago today, Hollywood Casino opened its doors in Dauphin County. Before it opened, some worried it would cost you and the community more than just money, but your safety and your health. 5 years later, we went back to check on those concerns.
Before the first bell chimed or hand dealt, the thought of table games or slots in Dauphin County had some in this community concerned. But 5 years later,
I think it brings a lot to the area, really.
For me as a business owner, it's good. You know, we get a lot of business from them.
Pasquale Mancini runs Mama's Pizza and sees the benefits of having the casino nearby.
I'm pleasantly surprised at how well the casino has been received.
Fred Lipkin has been with Penn National for nearly 4 decades and understands the fear some had going from horse betting to casino gambling.
You hear that a lot from the communities you come into, but I think if you check with the local communities, they're going to be astonishingly surprised at how good a community partner we are.
From our perspective, I think they've been a great community partner.
Dauphin County Commissioner George Hartwig sees the casino as a good bet. Since the first slots were played, his county received $40 million from local share gaming taxes. East Hanover Township, which hosts the casino, got around $14 million. That's money used to fund public safety, infrastructure, and economic development projects at little or no cost to taxpayers.
We wouldn't be able to see these projects occur, particularly in the area of fire, police, and infrastructure improvement. Areas, quite frankly, that have been ignored by government or relying on just local taxpayers to pick up the bill.
Traffic, well, that was another big concern, but according to township supervisors, they tell me really hasn't been much of an issue, and especially in light of where this casino is located, not far from I-81. In fact, they even say this casino has helped this community by improving roads and bridges.
So what about crime?
We've actually seen, at first, a spike in crime, but over the last 2 years, it's shown to be quite a large decrease in crimes reported there.
Gambling addiction was also a concern. According to the Department of Health, the numbers coming into the state's gambling helpline has declined. In 2011, there were 2,589 calls made to the hotline. In 2012, that number dropped by about a third to 1,913.
There's problems that exist and that have existed through our community related to gaming. I don't think we've seen a significant increase as a result of this casino.
Now, tomorrow morning, Dauphin County commissioners will announce which projects will receive a portion of $6.75 million in local share gaming taxes. Important to point out, Jerry, this is not to be confused with money set aside for property tax relief. That's an entirely separate pot of money. Also, Dauphin County gets about $1 million from the table games from revenue there, and that goes to fight violent crime. So
there was never concern about the amount of money coming in. There was concern about the other issues.
The other issues, which we found that it really hasn't been, too much of a concern. Yep.
All right. Well, happening today, President Obama will give his